Ugh. I think it's definitely possible that a woman could um fulfill your needs and whatnot. But a lot of that depends on, kind of where you are in life when you find your woman. That depends on what status you are in life. It depends on if you're still climbing the ladder. It depends on, what no one person is that perfect person. There's caveats to everything. You might be in a place in your life to where, I need to find a wife. I need to find someone who's going to raise my children and do a phenomenal job at that. I need someone who's loving, who's caring, who's, nurturing and all the things. I need someone that's going to raise my kids up right, feed them good, cook good, all that kind of stuff. And you get that. And she's a phenomenal mother. She's caring, she's loving, all the things.
Yes, sir.
But does that mean she gonna be the freak that's gonna be hanging on the chandelier for you? I don't know. She might be a little more modest because she's at the house all the time, homeschooling your kids. Is she the one that's gonna show her ankles? She gonna show a little thigh for you? I don't know. So sometimes men want something a little different, that can satisfy a different need, a different woman need, a different cardinal need that's inside of them. So everybody's a little different. Or you might be able to find your total package. You might find the one that got a little freaky, mixed in with a little bit of loving, mixed in with a little bit of fun, mixed in with sugar and spice and everything nice, with a tad bit of toxicity, a drop or two. That keeps it interesting. Or you might get you want to argue a lot. Now you want one that's more quiet and meek and mild, that don't challenge you all the time, that gives you a good peace of mind and all that kind of stuff too. So it's hard. Can one woman do it? Yes, it's possible. Yes, one woman could. The right woman for you and only for you as an individual.
I'm not gonna be
for the
mad at you.
most part, no.
It sounds like you were describing different zodiac signs of what you just said. I ain't gonna lie, I can't get that out of my head now that JR brought that up. It's like you were describing zodiac signs and how women are about the arguments and giving you different stuff.
I went all the way around the zodiac. I went all the way around.
Here's the thing.
But
I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm a Gemini. I have duality here, so I'm always looking for both sides.
But me, Madden. So
what up?
What you said is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at all the men on the panel, we were asked to write down the different array of skill sets and abilities that you have. I am pretty confident that all of us here will write at least 6 to 10 of them.
All I've known to do is cut hair.
That's all I'm doing.
I think we are men based on the conversations that we've had over a series of months. I have gathered that a lot of you men have different skill sets, different abilities, and you could do more than one, and you show up in many facets, right? I don't want to reduce women to only be able to do only one thing or another. I don't believe there's a one-trick pony. I think that it takes time. I think that it takes the man to kind of show these things and unlock these things that are hidden. I think it's in them. You just have to have the right master key to unlock them, and show them that type of experience, to bring that out of them, right? You sometimes you're not going to get things like right up front, right? I think there is a little bit of a mystique with the, understanding your woman, getting to know your woman, and exploring that in a deeper manner. And I think that a lot of dudes expect that up front without having the more deeper conversation around like sex, intimacy, and expectations.
I think it's the reverse. I don't think men hope to get it, but expect to get it. I think women expect to get it up front, and men stay in a relationship long because they hope to eventually get it. So if they do X, Y, Z, follow off the check boxes and stuff, then they hope to get it. But I think the expectation, that word, I think women expect it all up front.
No, Sir Hell, I agree with what you're saying. I think women normally do want to get it all up front, and there are a lot of men that wait on the back end for the prize at the end. But those are certain guys. I think other kind of guys, they want to know what you're working with. They want to know what it is. And if they can see a spark or a little bit of potential, then they feel like, okay, I can work with that. I can expound upon that. I can teach you a few things. We can make this work, because at the end of the day, the man is supposed to lead. So you got to lead by example. You got to show her, teach her your ways. I ain't worried about how you used to do things with the last person. This is how I like my shit done. This is how my household works, and this is how my bedroom works. Period.
I will say this
The
though.
minute be Madden.
I will say this though. Life is about choices and trade-offs. So you may have chose your woman because she did certain things in this particular area that you needed her to be. That may have been the trade-off that you don't get the woman that swings from the chandelier. That's the trade-off. You didn't get the super freak. You went and got the woman that can be a great mother and a great supportive wife and all of that. So, like, we have to also understand that, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? We all want it all to some degree. That don't mean you're supposed to have it all. You make a choice and you stick with that choice for whatever you decided to choose.
All right, JR, we need to have a real conversation. Brother Shan, I'm invoking your wisdom. Sir Shan, I need your help on this one. It is my belief that if a man gets with a woman, even the most conservative women, if a man knows what he's doing, he can get her to do whatever he wants her to do. Shan, am I off in my assessment?
No, by nature, we've evolved over thousands of years to have that relationship and to be able to, you can get women to change religion and politics. It happens all the time. And in fact, you'll notice if you guys think about some of the women, they start sounding like you and talking like you, using your innuendos and your speech. It rarely does a guy conform to the mannerisms of his girl. Generally, women conform to the mannerisms of her man. If the relationship is right, if you ain't got, if it's a standard relationship, I'm talking about a standard relationship. So yeah, absolutely, Sir Hale.
And I bring that up because a lot of times we say men got to trade off certain things. And when it comes to sex and when it comes to a man's core needs, like, I don't want men going into the marriage feeling like, well, I'm not going to get this. I think with the right woman, with the right training and the right loving, you can get her to take care of your needs. I 100% believe in that.